Okay, can you guys see my screen? Let me make sure, screen two, share. Okay. So,
I'm in the MLS now, Jody, on my
excellent.
laptop. Thank you for waiting.
So when it comes to pulling statistics and what do buyers want to know? What do sellers want to know? What do first time buyers want to know? What do people want to know from out of the area? Everybody, that kind of knowledge, that information, everyone wants to know it. That's the conversation. The conversation is statistics that prove your point. It helps us feel safe when somebody can tell us why it's only going to take 60 days to close on my house. Excuse me. So the easiest one in Smart MLS we're going to start with is called Fast Stats. So do you guys see this, Fast Stats? I'm going to select Fast Stats. And we're going to start with geography. And let's do a town. So let's all do the same town. Which one you guys want to do? Are you with me? So here we are in the
I'm
Smart
with you.
MLS. We're going to Fast Stats.
Let's do Brantford just for if we have.
Because it's B. It's easy.
Yeah.
No, Brantford.
Exactly.
Okay. So what time period? The most recent on this is August. So they just changed. Hallelujah. Today's the 13th. Okay. Like yesterday it was July. So August, view report. And these are key metrics. And the whole corporate world knows what key metrics are. It makes our world go round. So to talk about key metrics is like not a foreign language to most of your clients. So it says it right here, single family key metrics. 2021 in August, there were 38 new listings. How many were there in August of 2022? 26. And what is the change? 31
down 31.6.
31.6% less for single family. Now for condos, there were 24 in 21 and there were only 11 in August of 22. And the change minus 54%. Okay. So what does that connect the dots? If I'm a seller, what does that mean right now? If I have a condo, do you think there's a lot of buyers looking for condos in Brantford? Yes, tons. Turtle Bay. Yeah, Brantford has some nice condo
Those
complexes.
Turtle Bay ones go for a lot.
I know, and everybody wants them. So there are new listings down 31 for single family and 54 for condos. So that is a really good statistic. If I know people that own condos in Brantford, I'm going to tell them you'll probably never get as much money as you can right now. The prices are so good right now. So let's look at the prices. Let's go down to average sale price. So in August of 2021, it was $493, $296. This year, it is $588, $129. It's up 19%. That is crazy town. Okay, 19% compared to last year. And last year was up compared to the year before. So we are like on a trajectory of craziness here. And the whole rest of the world, though, Connecticut is pretty affordable. And we have some decent
you have so much to offer too. So
we have a lot to offer, and
exactly.
Our economy is very diverse, and that's kept us growing. We have people coming here from all over the country, a lot of people from New York, Boston, everywhere. And we're more affordable than most of the surrounding states. Like we're more affordable than New York, and we're more affordable than the Boston area. and most of Massachusetts, except for Springfield. So, it's a great place to come. And we offer a lot. We have a great workforce. We have amazing schools. Um, and we're more affordable than our neighbors. So that is one of the reasons why I don't see prices really going down a lot.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see every part of the state has different numbers. These are key metrics for Branford only. If we were to pull New Haven, North Haven, North Branford, Killingworth, Madison, Guilford, East Haven, Clinton, you'd see different numbers. Southington, Cheshire, Hartford County, New Haven County, Fairfield County. You're gonna see different numbers. Because a lot of it has to do with jobs, with the number of people moving into the area, where they commute to and from. So that is the conversation. So if you were to talk about this on social media and have marketing do something that would include some of these statistics, do you think that would be a good thing?
Yeah.
This is compelling. So we talk about the compelling conversation. This is compelling because it's numbers. And, when you first look at it, you're like, what am I looking at? But when you zero in, now we have a story to tell. And now you can kind of see why this is such a good place to live. During COVID, the whole world didn't shut down. We still moved on. We still sold houses. Prices still went up. They went up more. So a lot of towns, like in New York State, they weren't allowed to show houses. Pennsylvania, they weren't allowed to show houses. Here,
Wow.
we were. We have stable government that doesn't go crazy. It's not, it's kind
It's
of
nice.
like we're the land of steady habits. I think that's what we are. And that's kind of what we are. We just kind of like, you can always count on a certain kind of mindset here. We don't have the craziness that are in other areas. So people are coming here because of that. So average sale price for single family is up 19%. Year to date, the average sale price is up 15.49. So this last column is year to date. This is August to August. And then average sale price for condos, 201 last year, 347, up 72%.
Wow.
And then year to date, it's up 23%. So sometimes that happens because of some really high-end condos sold.
Yeah. Really high end.
You have to look at the year to date to see if it's an anomaly here, because there were only 11 listings, 11 sales this year. No, where's the sales? Over here. 13 sales. Last year there were 29. This year there were 13. So our number of sales is down because the number of new listings is down. So we can't sell stuff we don't have. Does that make sense? So let's, that is kind of cool. You guys remember these numbers. Average price, 258 year to date, 597 for single family year to date. That is so insane for Branford year to date. That's the average sale price for single family homes.
I mean, so many just high-end homes, and then, there's.
So I'm just
average
gonna look at
homes.
Southington. I just want to compare. So let's look at Southington.
Okay.
And we're going to view the report. Okay. Average sale price in Southington is 426. 305 was the norm for like the last 10 years. So 426 is up a lot. It was 397 last year, so it's up 7.3% in August. And then year to date, it's 416. It was 367 last year, 13%. So probably in Southington, you're never going to see this again. Like, this is really good. For condos.
Are there a lot of condo complexes in Southington?
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
have
familiar.
a ton of over 55 active adult.
Oh, wow.
Average sale price, 243, This year, 239. Last year, not a big deal. That's 1.5%. Year to date, it's 246, up 13%. So year to date, it has gone up quite a lot. And then the number of new listings, 60. Last year it was 43. I mean, this year it's 43. Last year it was 60. So we're down 28% in the number of new listings. And that's why you want to call everybody you know. So what are they going to tell you when you call them? What do you think? If I have a house to sell, what is my objection to not selling right now? Any ideas?
They probably want to know that they're going to have a place to go that's going to be in their price range, and it's not going to,
That makes sense, you guys?
yeah.
So now how do we deal with that objection?
We are familiar with that market as well, and
Let's go look
could
at
tell
houses.
them,
Let's go look at houses.
yeah,
And let's see if there's anything that you would like. And we can write into the listing contract that's subject to you finding your home of choice. And we'll give you like 60 days to do that. Because there's such a low inventory, any buyer would be like, that sounds good to me.
right.
So as long as you have a pathway to follow, they're gonna go with you. But you have to think it through. What are their objections gonna be? How can I deal with that? Give them a simple path to follow. And that simple path is, we'll write it right in the contract. It's subject to you
Finding
finding
suitable
your home
house.
of choice. Okay. And
Mhm.
yeah, will they buy and pay more than ever before? Well, it's subject to them finding their home of
Likely.
choice. But you know what? The thing is, now is always the best time. So we have to figure it out. And I'll tell you something, my son-in-law and daughter I told you guys this, but they bought their condo next door to them. And they bought their condo for $615 in 2019. And they're buying the one next door for $670, I think. And they're gonna rent it out. And actually, they're gonna move into that one and rent out the one they have. So the rate was like 2.75. The rate is now gonna be like 6%. So double the rate, almost double the payment. Are they worried about this, do you think? Not at all, because they're crazy. And that is how a lot of people are. They want to invest. You can't time the market. You can't time the stock market, and you can't time real estate. When you think that prices are lower than they're ever going to go, they go lower. When they're higher than they're ever going to go, they go higher. I can't see them going higher unless we are stuck in this loop of nothing on the market. So it's up to us to change this and go get listings. So who has the listings where they don't have to move? So I want you guys to stay here. I'm just going to show you something because I'm going to show you this later. In the MLS, I'm going to show you this later. So I don't want you to do what I'm doing. I want you to look. When you go into the MLS, instead of going to search, you're going to go to tax. And we're going to click on tax. And I'm going to go and put in Branford. And I'm going to say single family, because there's going to be so many. Owner occupied, no. I'm going to click owner occupied, no. So they don't have to move. And I'm going to select that it's a single family. Where is that?
One family resident.
Oh, single. Thank you. Okay, so single family. There's 937 people in Branford that own a single family house and they don't live there. I'm going to results.
Wow.
And then I'm clicking agent single line owner. And it has the address of the property, the owner's name, and the owner's address. And how can I call them?
A lot in the same area, huh?
Yeah, so you have
First,
an app
second, third.
on your
Hmm.
phone that will give you their phone number. All right.
Which app is that? I've got,
Well, I don't want to record this. I'm recording this, so I don't want to say what the app is, but it's on your
Right.
phone and I will tell you in a minute.
okay,
Okay.
got you. Right.
Isn't this great, you guys? Look at these
Mhm.
people. They live in Florida. These people live in New York, Massachusetts. You know what's really funny? I always tell people, go into Airbnb and call all the people that are advertising in Airbnb and see if they want to sell right now, this time of year, to do it.
That's a good idea.
And
That
let me
seems,
just tell you, the thing about buying properties out of that for beach house properties that are out of state, guess what happens? People stop going. They buy it when their kids are teenagers. Their kids get married and have kids, and they no longer want to go there. And now no one's going there. It's like having a pool and nobody goes into it for 5 years and then you bury the pool. You know, it's the same idea. It's like it's too much work and you're not using it. So these people are waiting for you to call them.
Airbnb app.
All right, so that I'm going back to Fast Stats. So that is the key, these are key metrics. I just showed you some of them. Another thing that I didn't show you is days on the market is also here. So we have here days on market until sale. Up here, days on market until sale. 15 single family Southington. The days on the market is 15. You know the last time it was 15? 2008. And I know this because I'm old. In 2008, it was 15. And I remember I went on a listing appointment with one of the agents and they said, well, we were going to go with Coldwell Banker because their days on the market's only 15. And I said to the seller, do you think that is a good thing? And they said, yeah. I go, guess what? That's average. That's the average days on the market. And I showed them. And, you know, and that's the thing about, you know, having that number, you know, makes you, you know, have all the answers really. And then people can't, you know, trip you up. So days on market is also here. Any questions? All right. So next statistic. Also down here is the annual rental. I mean, here it is, the rental report. This you have to do by county, but I'll just show you. If you have a lot of people that are renting their condos, which we just saw, there's a lot of them. Would you like an updated report on the rents in Branford? Well, if you pull this, it has the rents in every town. So it has active rentals, number of properties leased, and average monthly lease. Okay. Another stat. Is this something you'd want to talk about on social media? Guess what the average rentals are in your area? You know, have a list. So that's Fast Stats. Fast Stats is the fastest way to pull a report. The thing I don't like about Fast Stats is it's not up to date. Okay, so it's not real time. August, we're in the middle of September, actually September 13th. So it's not too bad. Right now, it's probably worth using, but you can get up to the minute reports. Next one, I'm going to show you InfoSparks. Now, this is what I would use for brochures. Okay, so I'm clicking InfoSparks. All right, so here I am, the entire MLS, and here is all the data you could possibly want to pull. So you look at the top, you look at the bottom. All right, all price ranges, all property types, all bedrooms, baths, all sizes, all seller types. So we have short sales, foreclosures, and traditional. Okay, and the entire MLS. And then what we're looking at is a line. So this line is talking right now down here on the median sale price. I like average, PJ Lewis likes median. Here's the average sale price. So as you follow this line, it tells you exactly what the price was. So we're starting in 2019. And this is the entire MLS. So I'm going to add an area. I'm going to add Brantford. Brantford. Oops. Now this is all types, so it's not just single family, okay? We can make it just single family. Okay, so now we have, now the MLS is in blue, Brantford's in green. We have average sale price. Isn't that funny? So in 2019, January, it was 334. It went up to 332, down to 332. Oh, Brantford, 361. Then it went up to 371. And then it went to 306. And this was in August of 2019. So the market was not doing so great in 2019 in this, in this town. And then when you look, it, started going up. So this is today, 2022. This is 3 years back. So this tells you the number of years back. And we can change this from a line to a bar. So I'm going to change it from a line to a bar. And now it gives us, instead of every month, the average for the year. Average sale price for the year. And we have the MLS and we have Brantford. And I can add another town.
Add North Branford, see how that,
I'm going to add Southington.
oh, Southington. I don't know anything about Southington.
Good, I do. So like in 2019, it was 285. And then it went to 325 and 2020, it was 285. So it's only going back 3 years now. All right, so that was, now we're in COVID. 20 was COVID. And then 21 was worse COVID, because I think COVID came in around March. Okay. And the whole MLS went up to the average sale price of 451. Brantford was 371. Southington was 325 today. And this is all of them. So let me see. Let me change it to single family. Single family. This is now it's single family to get a better idea.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That would,
so you can change this. You could do like bedrooms, you could do different things in here. And you could do we could do just traditional, get rid of the foreclosures, or we could do just short sales, which there probably weren't a lot of, or just foreclosures.
So is there a way to do rentals on this?
wait, there was a lot of short sales in Brantford that year.
I don't know. So, but we have new listings, home for sales, pending sales, closed sales. Right now, we're looking at average sale price. You can go to see how many homes are for sale. And now I have selected only single family and all seller types. These are how many homes are for sale. Look at that. Not a lot of homes are for sale.
Wow.
Southington has 61. Brantford has 106. And the MLS, how could that be true? 168. That can't be true. Oh, no, the entire limit, 14,070. Oh, this is the entire MLS, that's why. Okay. So that's homes for sale, pending sales. Decent amount. Closed sales. Days on market. Average, I like average. Okay. So it's interesting, we were looking at just August. This is year to date. So it was 15 in Southington for August. Months supply. So based on, this is how many months supply. Anything under 6 months is a buyer's market, a seller's market, sorry. This is the percent of the average percent people are getting from what they listed it at. So in 2020, it was about 2% under asking. Then in 2021, it went to about 1% over. And now it's let's see, Southington is 2.4% over, Brantford's 1.3, the entire MLS is 2.4 over asking. Price per square footage, new construction, people want to know this. Okay. And you know what? Southington traditionally has been about 175. So now it's 197. But look at Brantford, 281. And the whole MLS is 225. And then showings to contract. So how many showings before it goes into contract on a listing? 20. Look at that. Oh, because there's so many people looking. So that means there's a lot of more buyers looking at the same houses. And then showings per listing. So do you like these stats?
I do.
So marketing, look at this. You can do this right now. You can take this statistic and you can share it on social media here. So I'm going to go back to average price because I think that's more interesting. And that's a whole key. Do something positive that's exciting. Don't do negative.
Yeah, people.
Okay, don't do
No, I
negative
know. I know.
sales. But this
Yeah.
is exciting. And if you're in a town like Brantford, what do they want to know? What is East Haven? What is Killingworth? What is Guilford, Madison? So you can do up to 4. And or you could do Brantford, North Brantford,
Guilford, Madison, maybe,
Yeah.
or okay.
East Haven. East Haven's
Oh,
always.
yeah, sure. Yeah. All right. So Brantford, North Brantford, East Haven.
All right. So now whatever I have, I'm going to click here, share. And I'm sharing social media. And I'm going to do live. So up here it says live. So we'll always update the last 3 months. And now I can share this. View in new window. So I'm going to copy this. View in new window. Okay. Now with the MLS, you have to fill out your information here.
Okay.
For this to look like this. And I'll show you where that is. So now here, share this chart. Here we go.
Nice.
Facebook. This is compelling. All right, it's going to make me 2-factor. I'm not 2-factoring. I'll do Twitter. I don't know what's going on here. Log in. Oh, now it has me as the company Twitter site. I'm not doing that. So that is, it comes out really nice. And if you just paste it into another window, you'll see that it, it works. You can even put this in your website. You can, it's decent, but you want to talk about it. So if you're going to paste this, talk about it. You know, like say, another interesting fact is in some other towns and that the average days on the rent market right now in Southington is 15. Not, you know, whatever this is. And, you know, tell a story that makes people want to move. All right, any questions on this?
Oh, you said this was info. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Is there a way that we could get a recording of how to do all of this?
I'm recording this.
Okay,
It's going to be kind of boring because we're doing a lot of stop and start, but
sure.
you know, I actually do this. I have done this before and I have other recordings of it.
Okay.
So that's Fast Stats and InfoSparks. Now I want to show you showing time. So before we go to showing time, I'm just going to look and pick a town and see what listings are available. And then we're going to go to showing time and see how many showings there are in these areas. So residential, I'm going to go to a little town. Let's see, I'll go to East Haven. East Haven. Okay, active, single family. 27 matches. Okay. So I'm gonna, if I click on this list price, it has the lowest to the highest. Okay, and here are the list dates. So there's one per, the lowest is 201. Then it goes to 225, then 240. And the 201 has been listed since July. So something's up with some of these. So let me go to one. Here's one 90. This one 289. So there's two on for 289. And Silver Sands 330. That's a new listing. All right, I'm going to do that one. So Silver Sands, if you look at this, it's on the market for 330. The next one closest is 329. And the next one above it is 339. So now I am going to go to showing time. And showing time has live the number of showings happening right now. So here I am in showing time. And I'm going to click on reports. So now I'm in reports. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom and click on target market analysis, run report. Okay, and the city that we're in is East Haven. So I'm in East Haven and I am going to do my, let me just look. That was wrong one. There it is. Okay. Silver Sands 330. So I'm going to do 330 to 350. There's only 3 on the market. So price range 330. Oh, it doesn't. So it makes me go to 325 to 350. So there's 4 on the market. And let's say I have a customer that's looking at Silver Sands. It's a newer listing. So the default is a month, 8/14/2022 to 9/13. So I'm going to tighten this up to the last 2 weeks. 8/31 to 9/13. 325 to 350. and East Haven. And submit. Okay. There are, oh wait, I forgot to do one thing, increments of 5,000. So 831 to 913, 325 to 350, East Haven, increments of 5,000 from 831 to now, and submit. Okay. So now 325 to 329.9, there are 9 showings. Okay, and that's this one, 9 showings. The next one up, 330 to 330.9, there are 2. So if I look and I have a client that wants to put an offer in, what is this telling me? 2 showings, and here are the 2 houses, and they're both new. Okay. So it could be either one. It's hard to know. But it's not 20 list showings. It's only 2 over the last week. And these were listed 9/5 and 8/26. Today is the 13th. So that's not a lot of showings. So I'm not going to be afraid to put in an offer that's fair. I may not go, I might go to 1% over asking. If the agent tells me, oh, we've had 100 showings, what do I know? He's lying, she's lying.
Mm.
Okay. Because you can see how many showings they've had. Oh no, that was 9. They've had 9 showings. Let's see this one, 330 to 330.9. 330. There, oh, this is the one, Silver Sands. There's only one for 330. 330 to 330. So this has only had 2 showings for that house. So I'm not going to be so afraid to put an offer in. So that's why I love showing time, because it tells you what's going on in real time with the market if you have buyers. Now, if I had a seller, I might say, listen, we're on the market for 350. If we could lower the price to 340, 349.9, we might pick up 12 more showings.
Mhm.
Because people put a max on their amount that they'll look at. And sometimes, it's those numbers. So this is more, good key metrics, showings, real time, tells you, you start talking this talk to people, what are they going to think?
That you know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
they'll
when you
never
actually
think
have
you're new.
facts and figures that
Yeah.
support what's going on, and you're informing them.
And what's really nice about this is you can email the report. I'm going to email you something. Let's say you're calling for sale by owners.
Mhm.
And somebody has their listing on the market for 345. I'm going to send you something right now to show you that there's 12 people looking to get into your house in the MLS. Maybe they haven't had any showings. So you can email this report. I'm emailing it to myself. Your sellers, you can also email the report. So this is another thing I love. Another thing you can just do an overall what's going on in East Haven. So we'll go no minimum. We know the lowest one is 200,000 and the highest one is Cozy Beach, 3,750,000. Whoa. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll go price range to no maximum. And now it's not going to let us have increments of 5,000 because it will narrow it down.
Yeah.
Such a broad range. So there are no, it's not letting me even fill in increments. So I'm going to just hit submit. That's weird. And it's just telling me there's 323 listings right now. So we have to narrow it down. So I'm gonna say, let's see what the high end is going for. Let's do 950 to no maximum. I'm gonna say, what do we say, 3 million? Okay,
Yeah, it was like
now it will let
3.5
me.
or something.
Okay, so the best I can do is 100,000. Select an increment greater than 115,000. We'll do maybe auto. Let's see what happens. No. All right, I gotta tighten it up more. I can't believe this. Let's do 1,500,000 and 100,000. Oops. Okay, it's letting me. All right, there's no showings. So, that's bizarre. After
Yeah.
all that. So that's interesting. Nobody is looking in that price range in East Haven, but I bet if we change this to Madison,
Yeah. There'll be a lot more there.
okay, and there's 16 people looking from 1.9 million to 2 million. And 4 looking over 2 million. Total showings. And then, you know what? Madison always compares itself to Guilford. It's give me a hard time. Guilford. Okay, only 2. So more people are looking in Madison than Guilford.
Mhm.
And that's another interesting thing to talk about on social media.
I
If
mean,
you
who
have
doesn't want to be
towns-
closer to him and Essex?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the reason. But if you have towns that are competitive, you know, compare them. The Guilford, Madison,
Mhm.
you know, Clinton, Killingworth, even Clinton, Westbrook.
Southington, Farmington, maybe?
Yeah, Southington, Farmington, Southington, Cheshire. I know. We as a Southington agent, we always had a rivalry with Cheshire because it was like, you know, Southington is very family, everybody. We have a YMCA. Well, so does Cheshire, but you know, Cheshire has a maximum security prison that they call a boys' school.
Right across the street from an elementary school.
Yeah, right across the street from an elementary school. So I also have worked in the Cheshire office too. So, and it's so funny to hear Cheshire agents talk about Southington. They call Plantsville Plainville. You know, they don't know anything about the town. So that's that. Now that's key metrics for those things. The last thing I want to show you is the MLS. So this is a Mike Ferry thing. And I'm going to go into search. I'm going to go into Branford residential. Well, I'm going to show you 2 things. One, we were talking about open houses earlier. And when you go to open house to bring items of value. And one thing buyers want to know is, what will the seller take? What will the seller take? So I'm doing single family only. I'm going to do Branford. And I'm going to do closed 90 days back, 0 to 90. See how many we have. 76. I could even do, let me see if what that we have is 60. 54. So I'm going to do 6 in the last 60 days. This is what's happening. And this is real time up to any closings that happened yesterday. Okay. So I go to results. I select all. Now, when you select all, see how there's 0 to 50 on the first page. If I click this, it will only give me the 50. You got to select all here. And that will give you everything. Make sure checked says all of them. And so I select all, and now I'm going to do two things. One, I can do, well, I'll do this one. Quick CMA. Quick CMA. So basically, this is the MLS doing a CMA with every single house in Branford. And what I love about it, it starts at the lowest price house that's sold. And it goes up to the most expensive house that's sold. So people can see if you're at an open house, okay, I'm here. And they can also see the address here, but it's sorted by price, which is what means the most to them. And it says here, the list price, the sale price, the days on the market, the list to sale price ratio. So this is percentage of list price. So if it's actually selling for, what's 100 minus 79, 21% less. So in that upper price range, it's this house sold for 21% less. And this house in that upper price range sold for 7% less. This one sold for 5% less. So you can see what kind of offer people are making. And then down here is the averages. So in the last 60 days, the average list to sale price range is 3% less than asking price. Okay, so it's not more, it's less. And then this is interesting. This is list price to assess value ratio. And this is sale price to assess value ratio. So whatever the assessed value is, you would multiply it to 200 by 209% to get what the average price would be at that assessed value. So if the assessed value is 100,000 and you multiply that by 209%, that would be 209,000. Okay. And you know, that assessed value is kind of a good guidepost when you're doing CMAs. It's one of the things we look at. So it's another conversation that is going to set you apart from the average bear. And, you know, bring this to an open house, and then you might, you know, highlight the things you want to talk about. And maybe don't, you know, not everybody can understand that assessed value thing. You know, so if you have somebody that's social, you know, there's basically 4 personality types. Okay, one is amiable. That's, you will always want people to feel good. You're aware of how people feel around you. Another one is, I call it social. But, you know, that one, you know, you're the center of attention everywhere you go, not that aware of how people feel. But, you know, you have a kind of a shorter attention span. A driver, that is like, I make decisions fast. Don't give me a lot of stuff. They would like this one. And then you have the analytical. I'm married to an analytical, and they never make up their mind, but they love to look at statistics. So, you know, depending on if you have somebody that's that social person, you're just going to talk about days on the market, average list price, average sale price. Okay. The driver just wants to know that you know everything on this sheet. They don't necessarily want to know everything. They want to know that you know. And the social one, they don't, you know, don't bother me with the details. Oh, good, that's good. Let's go buy this house. You know. What you are?
I don't know which one I am.
What do you think?
It could be a mix of all 4 sometimes. I think I'm probably closer to between 3 and 4.
Amiable?
Yeah. Well,
You're definitely amiable.
yeah, and then
What do
the
you guys
analytical.
think you are? Yeah, you're a little bit that because of your dad. What do you think you are? You're which one's that? Amiable? You're muted.
Who are you talking to?
All of you. But Teresa was talking, so I could tell.
I think I am anyway. Tell me that one again.
The amiable, you
Yeah.
are empathetic. You are aware of what everyone's feeling around you and you want to make sure everyone is feeling good. Like
Yes.
no one can be left out.
Yes.
I'm amiable.
I think so.
I think I'm maybe a mix of that and the analytical. I mean, I like to see like what, like the,
That makes sense.
figures. So, yeah.
Duval, what do you think you are? You're muted, Duval.
Yeah, no, I said I just got back in connected, so I was lost on these. So
Oh,
go
okay.
ahead,
We
guys.
were just talking about like statistics and how to connect the dots when you're talking to people. Like some people, you're gonna lose them if you get too deep. And they don't want to know, other people, oh, the list to sale price ratio went down 3%. Let's make an offer. So, and that's why it's good to look at the price range because it might be different for different price ranges. But the list to sale price ratio is this one. Original list price. Or, oh, no, over list price. So that, if you look at these, a lot of the houses in Branford are selling less than list price, which wasn't the case last year. So that's a little bit of a shift, but they're still way down in number of sales. So we'll see, we have the answers in real time compared to news. News is, like fast stats is the closest they're gonna get, and that is already 3 weeks late. 2 weeks late.
My thoughts will be on these. Will be keep as 3 to 6 months is within, and that's the one I like to discuss about it. And sometime, I mean, if that's no volume showing up much of it, then you have other year wise you can go back. But I would say if you can close that, and sometimes they don't like to hear too much about it, so I try to keep it as short conversation, about 2-3 minutes or maybe 5, if that's needed to be.
Yeah, and the averages are down here. So this is closed days on the market is 31 and Branford in the last 60 days.
Yep.
Yeah, so bringing this to open house, maybe just leaving it out, write notes on the top, average list price, average sale price, average days on the market, last 60 days closed properties in whatever town you're in. I think that would be a good thing. So that is another statistic that I love. And then the other thing you can do here is watch this. I'm going to go back to criteria, add active, under contract, and closed. And maybe I'll keep it at 60. And then I go to results. And now I'm going to click stats. So I'm clicking stats and tabular. So you have charts. I like the number. Tabular. Okay, and this tells me 50 active listings and the average price range in Branford is 1,110,000. Okay, under contract average price. So this is under contract continue to show 744. This is under contract period 931. Average price is 931. Good Lord. So you add these two, so there's 50 on the market and there are 42 under contract. You add these two together for the number. And then in the last 60 days, 54 closed. So things are selling quickly. And the average close price here is 627. So crazy town. So I like this too. And this is another good thing to do. you know, for all the different towns and comparing them, and because this is real time. So Fast Stats, you can do a similar thing, but it's, you know, right now it's not too bad. It's only 13 days old. But, you know, yesterday, we would have had to go with August, and August is a completely different month than July, rather. July is a completely different month than August. Okay, there's one more. So, but it's here in MLS. Oops. Back. All right, so this is the 0 to 30. So I'm going to criteria. We are still in Branford. And we're going single family only. And I'm doing the last 30 days. So 0 to 30. And I just write 0 to 30 for each one of these. And this is the most up-to-date what's happening in town. Okay, so results. And select all. And now I'm going to do stats again, tabular. So if you do this like once a week and create a stats folder on your computer, then you'll have some really good data that you can talk about. And last week it was this week it's that, and you'll see what is really going on in the market because you'll be on top of it in real time. So in the last 30 days, there's only been 12 new listings in Branford. There have been 20 under contract. So we need listings in Branford really bad. There are 28 closed. Okay, the average price $671 close price. That's 2% less than asking. So, and that's 30 days, 2% less, and such a tight market. That's almost hard to believe. But there's only this number might change because there's only 12 new listings in the last 30 days. Now, that said, it was back to school time. So this is our first real week of normal. And next week, we may see a lot more new listings. So a good time to reach out to everybody you know is right now, because they're probably starting to think about buying, putting their house on the market. Okay, and in the last 30 days, almost a closing every day, 28 closings. So that's not too bad. Average days on the market, 25 in Branford. And average sale price $671, average list price $712. So that's a difference of 2%. I'm going to just look at Southington real quick. So this is something I would definitely recommend you pull. And then just put 0 to 30. You could do coming soon too. So I'm Southington, results, select all. Stats. Like if I lived in Branford and I was an agent in Branford and I saw there were only 12 new listings in the last 30 days, I would say time to start calling New Haven. Time to start calling, you know, other towns. I'm going to Bridgeport. I don't care where I'm going. There's no business here. I have to increase my area. Okay, so stats, tabular. In Southington, we go to Waterbury. Waterbury always has a lot of business. All right, there are 19 houses have come on the market in 30 days. 16 plus 24 is what? 40 under contract, 39 closed. Average sale price $427, average list price $416. So we're still paying over asking by 3%. Okay, and average sale price $427. So, you know, that's not bad. I mean, Southington is used to about 300,000 average sale price. Okay. Any questions? All right, I'm gonna show you one more. And I'm gonna show you because I'm recording, because otherwise I wouldn't, because you'd forget everything I just did. In stats, So this is statistics. You can do the coolest thing, and I've shown a lot of you this before. I'm gonna go to Branford for the city and single family. And I'm gonna do copy of historic sales price, historic sales and price range. So I'm selecting this. And then generate. Okay, I went, and now, oops, I meant to do this first, customize. So I'm gonna click customize.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to change year to date to custom. And I'm gonna go back to 2008, which was the peak, the last peak. The first statistic is number of sales. Second statistic is gonna be sale price average. Group by, this is the most important thing, group by primary year. Just know that we're only in, you know, for this purpose, we're only, this is September, so probably it would be like August. So now we're gonna click generate. Okay, and now we click data. And this tells us that in 2008 in Branford, the average sale price was $465. And today it's $592. So what is that?
Like 25%.
It's demands.
So I'm gonna go to my calculator. And I'm gonna put in 465. 465, 457
Maybe 20.
divided by 592. I love that you think faster than I can do it on my computer. 469 equals 78.5. So 100 minus 78.5. 21.5% higher right now. But look at this. So 465, all right, in 2020, it still hadn't gotten back to that peak. You know, so every town is going to be different on this. But this is what I like to look at. So in the peak was 465. The next year, it went to 385. Then it went to 359. Then it went back to 406. Like if you look at Stamford, it really didn't go down that much. Probably Stratford is the same way because Fairfield County is already really high. So you're not going to see that much of a change. Southington was crazy. Branford's pretty crazy. You know, so this is another thing. When did you buy your house? This is what the average price was then. This is what the average price is now. And we have single family only. And this is number of sales. So right now we're at 172, 8 months. So 172 divided by 8 is 21 times 12. So we're on track to be about 258. Last year we were 299 divided by 299. So we're still going to be down. 100 minus 86 is 14. We're going to be down 14% in units, single family, but that's not too bad.
Would you consider towns that didn't have as much fluctuation to have a more stable economy? Is that,
Yeah, because the closer you are to New York, the more you're New York.
Yeah.
You know, so like, for example, Greenwich. Greenwich, it does not have, it's the same no matter when. People that live in Greenwich have money more than they're making money. So the economy is going to be the same. And that's one reason why my daughter bought that condo, because she is a hairdresser in Greenwich. So she knows she can count on her business, you know?
Big.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, tell your aunt she works at Warren Tricomi.
yeah. Mhm.
My daughter works at Warren Tricomi.
We're in sure. That sounds familiar.
You know, Warren Tricomi was originally these two guys. The last name was Warren, the other one was Tricomi. And one of them was who Edward Scissorhands movie was made after. You know, because the way he does hair, like he has young women flip their hair up like this, and then he cuts their hair with these scissors. All right. Any questions? We just did the speed dating version of statistics. We got them all in.
Nice.
And now I'm going to stop the recording. And I will share this.